Hey all my movie maniacs out there, that time once again, and okay, so I'm late with this review, but I still wanted to weigh in on my feelings on the film Gone Girl. Got very hyped up before it was released. Then when it was released, the internet movie reviewiverse exploded about this film. This story about Nick Dunn, whose wife Amy Dunn goes mysteriously missing under weird, unusual circumstances where it looks like possibly foul play was involved. And Nick, as the movie moves along, suddenly becomes a prime suspect in her disappearance. And as things play along, we do come to find out that the perfect couple may not have been so perfect, and there might be something else behind Amy's disappearance. Folks, David Fincher handles this material very well. He did with the girl with the dragon tattoo, and he does here. This is a solid, heavy thriller that moves along nicely and has a great cast behind it. Now, I will say Ben Affleck's performance is alright. It's Ben Affleck. He does put a little emotion behind it, but he's still a hard sell. I will say I like Rosamund Pike's performance better as his wife Amy. You felt emotion behind there. I really liked her voice and how things were executed, but even with her performance, it was decent, and I liked the change that we saw in this character, but I will have to say, really, I love the supporting cast around this even more than our two main characters' performances. While Rosamund Pike really did well with her change, the people around these two folks really I got into them and wanted to see more of them. One of them was Carrie Coon, who plays Margot Dunn, Nick's sister. Really enjoyed her performance as the sister who's torn, who wants to support her brother, but, has her own little hesitations, and she's really trying to be there for her family member. And I felt her performance so much come across string. Very, very powerful scene for her at one point in the film that really sold me on her. And then you've got in here, Tyler Perry shows up. I loved his character in this. I really loved his role in here. Though he didn't get a lot of screen time, the scenes he was in, I really enjoyed as the lawyer. A great character for him, and he did really well there. Neil Patrick Harris, loved his performance too, as Desi, the once love of Amy Dunn, and he definitely really gets into his characters. And this one, he definitely sells it, and I enjoyed the creepy character that was Desi. And of course, there's Detective Rhonda Boney, played by Kim Dickens. I wanted to see more of the detective. I really liked her character quite a bit. Very charismatic. I loved how she approached this whole case, and really wanted to see a little bit more of the detective. Now, I didn't read the book, so I'm not sure how much this film veered off from the book. All I can say is that the film and the screenplay were solid, though I still think the hype was a little bit too much. Maybe I went in and there was too much hype with it, because when I went in and the couple of the twists that showed up that people, oh my god, I kind of saw coming. And I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm just saying I didn't see quite the surprise that other people did with this. Because if you watched a bunch of thrillers, much like we did in the early 90s and late, you get the basic instincts in those. You could see what was kind of coming with this film. So that part didn't really surprise me as much. I liked the twist, but nonetheless, I was like, I didn't quite see what the big deal was that everybody made of the twist that were in this film. I kind of is like Basic Instinct means War of the Roses in some aspects. At least that's the impression I got with Gone Girl. Nonetheless, cinematography is great, direction's fantastic, performance is well done. You can see why this is going to take a lot of awards home this awards season, and I still had to give it 4 stubs. Even though I kind of saw the twist coming and thought the film was a bit overhyped, I did think it was a solid made film, probably one of the best made films this season as far as direction and all aspects of it, and I think it is worth the price of admission. So check it out. Leave your comments down below what you thought of Gone Girl. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I full of crap? Please, love to hear your thoughts. And remember, till next time, folks, keep that ticket stub.